what's happening, everybody? This is Royce from Pedal and Metal, and welcome to my channel. Today's project, I'm going to be taking a Johnny Lightning. This is a 1969 Lincoln, and I'm going to attempt to convert it to look like the 1978 movie The Car. So the car from The Car, if that makes any sense. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, though. But this is a good starting point. Let's take a look at this car in stock form first. Just got this in the mail. It's pretty cool. Color's a little odd, but I don't know. It's like a seafoam green color. And I don't know, yeah, the hood opens up on it. A little bit of detail there. It's kind of cool. And this is 1/64 scale. Oop, as I drop it. But as you can see here, I'll put some photos on the screen of the movie car that was done at George Barris's business out in North Hollywood, California. They did a lot to convert the car to look like the evil car that's in the movie. You have the slab sides. I'm going to have to get rid of this hump on the back. The car, the car in the movie, the roof is chopped down. I don't think I'm going to do that with this because it's not going to be that noticeable. And then, of course, the front end is all different. And then you have single round headlamps in the front. So we got some work ahead of us. So let's get cracking with this. I'm going to have to drill this out first here. Okay, so what I've been doing here is I ground off this spare tire hump thingamajig on the back here, and looking at photos, it looks like the Barris company or whatever kept these lines here on the car and just got rid of the top, but I may end up just filling this in. But from the one photo online here, it sure looks like that those curves are still there. So I'm starting to work on the front. And I use this is the first time I've ever used this Millie putt. And it's kind of like JB Weld putty. It's basically, you mix 50-50 of the two putties and then it hardens overnight. So we're going to see here how this goes, because I'm not really sure. I never used this stuff before. It's very tacky on your fingers, and so that's kind of frustrating. And I have a photo up from the way they constructed the car originally at George Barris's place there in North Hollywood. So what I'm trying to do is kind of just get that shape, and it's funky as it looks there, but that's this grill, the grill was able to, I could pop this out. I'm losing my train of thought here, but I don't know what I was going to say. But so this goes like this, and I am going to reuse that grill if I can. That's pretty cool how Johnny Lightning has this stuff go together. Like the motor, I yanked the motor out because I don't think I'm gonna really need that. So now I just got to shape this front end, and then the sides are gonna need a lot of work. This car's gonna need more work than I thought, but I think I want to have this so it's everybody can do this of pretty much any skill level for the most part. If you're interested in trying to duplicate this, I think looking at photos, this whole back here, I didn't notice before. Let me get a marker here to show you. There's more mods to this car than I thought. The photos I'm looking at, the Barris car, they actually cut this roof back. Probably that much more. But I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna bother to do that. I may end up adding the going in, and I will shorten this up. This back window on the movie car was shortened up probably almost by a third, so that might not be too hard. I'll probably just put the putty in from the inside there, but I don't think I'm going to go to trouble to chop the top and do all that, because the height of the back of the roof, if you look at it, it's kind of funny. It actually goes up. This is down, and I probably could cut the two pillars in the front and bend it down slightly, but what I'm worried about is getting the window and everything back in, and without screwing up the window too bad, the glass. So I may not. I want to try to keep this that everybody could, you know, duplicate what I did without extensive mods. Plus, this is the first one I've ever done. Maybe I could always do another later on. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's a lot involved, don't get me wrong, but and this milliput stuff, milliput, am I saying it right? Yeah, milliput, milliput. I don't know, whatever. It's kind of cool. You can drill it, you can tap it, grind on it. You know, you can do whatever you have to do then to get it to manipulate it to whatever you're looking for. I was also looking at wheel options, trying to figure out, I think I'm going to have to use some kind of NASCAR style wheels, because they were really small. In the movie, they appear to be 14-inch rims, believe it or not. That's what they look like from all the photos I'm looking at. I wouldn't say any bigger than 14 inches. And then they had almost balloon tires on them. So let me see, I'm trying to get some other photos up on the screen here. Yeah, it's funny, the back of the car, it almost looks like these two lines, like they didn't bother to even get rid of those two lines, but they did smooth out the trunk. And then the other thing I got to do besides the slab sides is I got to re-radius the wheel wells. That's going to be a lot of work in itself. So I may try to figure out a way to do some of this without having to do major mods. Well, let me keep working at this, and I'll come back and we'll talk about any changes that I did. Alright, I'm back, and slowly making some progress. I got the this milliput stuff dried overnight, and it is fairly hard. So I started taking my Dremel tool and re-radiusing the new wheel wells. So I'm trying to get more of the shape, like a perfectly round shape. The other one, I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but it was off. It kind of like came back to here. So I had to fill all that in with putty. Well, you get the idea. So I got a lot of work ahead of me yet. So let me keep going. Well, it's slowly getting there. This is a progress report here on where I'm at. So it's slowly getting there and kind of getting the customized opera style window, whatever you want to call that, in the back. What I did was just build it up with putty on the inside. So it's a lot of work. It's a little more work than I thought it was going to be. And then when I was sanding here, I broke off one of the little eyelid things here it's on. It's going to be for there's a single light in each side, around one, which I think it was this one here. I used the tip of this to press into the putty to give the impression at the light there. And then when I was carving out the little eyelids or whatever here, this one broke off, so I gotta fix that. But slowly getting there. Pretty happy with it for a few hours of work wrapped up in it. I probably could in there chop the top, because there's something on the glass here anyway. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but I don't know if I can get that fixed or not. And then I was going to put this motor here sticking out of the hood. Just kidding. Because I don't think I'm going to have this open up, but I do want to be able to see the seams there. The movie car doesn't look like there's the rear trunk doesn't look like there's any lines, so I just went ahead and just covered over the lines. I mean, you know, the devil doesn't need to get in the trunk anyway, right? So there we go. That's where we're at, and I'll keep working on it. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is wheels. Well, this is the wheels that came on it. They're obviously way too big per scale of the movie car. And then I was looking, I think I'm going to end up using these. This is off of a Jaguar Johnny Lightning. I didn't really want to use those because I like the car. I didn't really want to chop that up, but it's the only wheels that I have. It actually look pretty darn close to the wheels that were used in the movie car. So I think I'm going to have to use them. So that's where I'm at so far with that, and I thought it was interesting too. It's a separate dashboard here for that. I don't know if you saw that earlier. And here's the interior, and this does still fit up in there. So it's getting there. So keep checking back, and I'll keep filing and sanding away here, and hopefully this will turn out pretty cool. And now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make the bumpers. That's going to be a tough part, I think, on it, but we'll see. All right, well, be back in a little bit.